Okay, Assalamualaikum, a very good afternoon. Okay, so today we continue with chapter 5. So as I told you to watch all the videos in chapter 5, the list 5.1 until 5.3. So today we would like to go through from the beginning until sampai mana yang kita boleh dapat hari ini. Okay, so this is the overview for chapter 5, which is it's gonna be start with the Scala product, where we need have this formula. Ini untuk formula yang ada angle, if given angle. And then we have the formula which is hanya ada vector saja. So you have to do darabkan antara dua kolom and then tambahkan hasil dia. So we end up with the Scala product. So ini hanyalah value saja. Okay, no more I, J and K. Okay. And then we have the properties which is A dot B equal to 0 when we have A and B is perpendicular to each other, which is angle dia ada 90. Okay, so ini angle dia 90 degree. Okay. And then we have a second topic, which subtopic which is vector product, which is kalau skala product ni adalah dot product, vector product adalah cross product. Okay. We have the formula which is A cross B equal to magnitude A, magnitude B, sine theta, unit vector. Okay, so whenever you have angle, make sure you have unit vector given. Kalau dia tak ada bagi unit vector, it means kamu kena buat determinant yang ini. So determinant macam kita cari determinant macam biasa, we have to cancel out one column and then we do the determinant for two columns and then dia punya proses sama juga, plus minus plus. Okay, so we're gonna have plus minus plus. And then we simplify, so value ataupun nilai akhir mesti in term of I, J and K. So that's the difference between scalar product and vector product. Scalar product is a magnitude, vector product is a magnitude and direction. So when we talk about direction, it means we're gonna have I, J and K. It's direction vectors, okay? And then we have the properties which is A cross B equal to 0. When you have A is parallel to B. So kena ingat dua properties yang ini. Ini sangat penting. Somehow question us to find variable ataupun unknown by given A is perpendicular to B ataupun A is parallel to B. Okay, so kalau kita dah tahu dah properties iaitu, directly kita tahu dah apa yang sama dengan 0. Okay, in vector product as well we have the formula for area of triangle and area of parallelogram. So you have to encounter with the cross product and the magnitude. So magnitude kena ingat kita cari menggunakan square root. So magnitude A square root x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, that's we call it as magnitude. Okay, so that's the second subtopic, and then the third one we have it the application, which is we're gonna have to apply all the scalar product and vector product in this part. So we start with the equation of line. So dia start dengan equation of line. So we have three equation, vector equation, parametric equation and Cartesian equation. So dia mesti start dengan vector dulu. So daripada vector dia boleh pecah kepada parametric, daripada parametric dia akan pecah menjadi Cartesian. Okay. So what you need in equation of line adalah A and V. A adalah position vector untuk point. V adalah direction vector untuk line. Okay, so we need A and V. Okay, so that one for equation of line. And then the second part we have to find the angle between two lines. So angle between two lines menggunakan V. V1 adalah direction vector untuk line 1. V2 adalah direction vector untuk line 2. So by finding the angle, kita tahu angle untuk vector mesti degree. Okay, angle untuk vector mesti degree, bukan radian. Okay, alright, and then the third one we have equation of plane. So in equation of plane, we're gonna have vector equation and parametric equation. So it's totally different from equation of line because we need position vector of a point and normal vector. Okay, so you need a normal vector and position vector of a point. So we encounter with only vector equation and parametric equation. Okay, and then the fourth one adalah angle between two planes. So formula yang sama untuk cari angle, tetapi we need N1 and N2. So N1 adalah normal vector untuk plane 1, N2 adalah normal vector untuk plane 2. Okay, so sama juga angle mesti in term of degree. Okay, and then the fifth one, angle between a plane and line. So when we have two different things, line and plane, so you will encounter with normal and direction vector. So formula yang sama, tetapi that's not the final answer yet. So your final answer for angle between line and plane is this one. Kena tolak daripada 180. Okay, and then the fifth one, which is intersection between line and plane. So this one is kind of simple things. Kamu akan masukkan a line dalam plane, so directly kita akan terus dapat intersection point dekat situ. Okay, so far so good. Clear dengan summary chapter 5?
Boleh, Miss.
Okay, alright, so we go through for the introduction little bit. So for vectors in 3D, so as you know, we have encountered unit vector I, J and K. So this one represent for the each plane. So kita akan encounter dengan XZ, YZ, XY. So these things kamu kena tahu sebab kadang-kadang soalan tak bagi direct coordinate. Dia akan mention seperti ini sahaja. Okay, when we talk about YZ, it means yang tak ada adalah X, XY yang tiada adalah Z, XZ yang tiada adalah Y. Okay, so that's your coordinate on that plane. Okay, alright, so next adalah types of vectors. So you encounter with position vectors and column vectors. So final answer mesti tulis dalam position vectors. Tak boleh tulis dalam column vectors. Column vectors hanya untuk working step. Macam mana kamu nak cari position vector antara 2 points? Boleh. Tapi final answer mesti letak in term of I, J and K sebab dia adalah vectors. When we talk about vectors, mesti ada I, J and K. Okay, so we have zero vectors, we have parallel vectors. So parallel vectors macam saya cakap tadi, to show that you have to put ataupun kita akan encounter dengan A cross B equal to 0. And then for perpendicular, we have it A dot B equal to 0. Okay, so this is important parts for parallel and perpendicular. And then we have another term which is collinear, which is all the points lie on the same plane, same line. So kamu akan encounter dengan scale. AB equal to lambda BC, AB equal to K AC. Okay, so lambda dan juga K tu dia boleh jadi positif, dia boleh jadi negative value. Okay, so that's the types of vectors, and then we go through for the magnitude of vectors. So kita dah tahu macam mana nak cari magnitude. Should be square the whole values and then we put in term of square root. Itu adalah magnitude dia. Okay, unit vector which is a length of 1 unit. So formula dia adalah a vector, ini adalah vector kamu bahagi dengan magnitude, which is its magnitude. Okay, jangan magnitude vector lain pula, dia mesti magnitude sendiri. Baru kita panggil unit vector. Okay, so example 2 we already discussed in the video. So ini adalah untuk example 2. So dia minta unit vector. So kita bagi magnitude, kita bagi position vector. So masukkan dalam formula yang ini. So make sure final answer must be in simplest form. Okay, kalau boleh simplify, kita simplify sampai habis. Kalau tak boleh simplify, then leave it like that. Okay, and then we have to find another new vector. Dia dah bagi dah dekat sini. So it means you have 2 times with the 3. So split it to be I, J and K. Jangan tinggal dalam bentuk yang ini. Kita mesti tinggal dalam yang ini. Okay, which is we split it to be I, J and K. Okay, that one is example 2. Now we proceed with the arithmetic operation, which is hasil tambah tolak darab untuk vectors, 2 vectors. So the important things you have to know is we have to do the operation according to same unit vectors. I with the I, J with the J, K with the K. Jangan salah, make sure dia pada term yang sama. I dan I, G and J, K and K. Okay, so tambah macam biasa, tolak macam biasa, darab. We just have to bring in the scale into the vectors. Okay, so darabkanlah untuk setiap unit vectors. Okay, so we do resultant vectors. Okay, ini ada pembetulan sikit which is on this part. Supposedly we have it as minus P. So the thing that you need to remember, yang belakang tolak yang depan. Okay, so we have it P here. It means P tolak S. Okay, so that's the easy way on how to finding the resultant of two vectors. Belakang tolak depan. Jangan terbalik mesti belakang tolak depan. Okay. So we have it given example 3A. So we have it vector A, vector B, vector C. So finding 3A plus 1 over 3B minus C. Okay. Dalam soalan dia akan letak bold letter. Okay. Kamu punya letter ni akan bold kan. Tapi untuk jalan kerja kamu mesti letak in term of tidal. Which is yang ini. Mesti ada ombak dekat bawah tu. Okay, sebab kamu tak boleh nak boldkan kamu punya tulisan. So kita tak akan nampak benda tu dalam working step kamu. So the easiest way for you adalah we make it a tidal here. So kita akan letak ombak untuk setiap unit vector I, J and K. Okay, so we have to bring in the scalar here into the vectors and then tambah. So I dengan I, so I with I and then J with the J and then K with the K. So make sure jangan salah simplify. Okay, so make sure final answer will be the simplest form in terms of I, J and K. Okay, the one is part A. Now part B. The same thing, we have to bring in the constant into the vector. So we bring in 2 here. So A and C we simplify it first, baru kita combine dengan 2B. So we end up with negative 17 over 3I minus 5J plus 10K. Okay, so that will be the example 3A. So far so good. Am I too fast?
Okay, Miss.
Okay, alright.
Good, Miss.
Okay, so that's 3A. Now we proceed with the, oh yeah, we have part C as well. Okay, so modulus di sini bukan bermaksud nilai kamu mesti positif. Modulus di sini represent magnitude. Okay, magnitude which is we have to find your in terms of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, so you have to find the vector first. Cari sampai jumpa I, J, K, baru kita cari magnitude dia which is 10 over 3 square, 4 over 3 square, negative 7 over 6 square. So final answer we put in term of the simplest form, we get this one. Okay, so ingat ini bukan jadikan nilai vektor kamu positif, tidak. Dia adalah magnitude, nilai vektor kamu apa. Okay, alright, so that one part C done. Now we go through for the example 3B. Okay, so 3B already discussed in the video as well. So express the position vectors in term of I, J, K. So ramai yang akan tertinggal bahagian ini sebab dia terus nampak yang ini sahaja. Salah So ini ada markah. We have it 1 mark here, 1 mark here. Sebab dia minta specific position vectors. Okay, and then hence find the vector AB. So yang belakang tolak depan. So we're gonna have this one will be 1 mark. Make sure find the answer in terms of I, J and K. And then the magnitude, we get this one 1 mark, this one 1 mark. Okay. So sama juga position vector mesti I, J and K. So that's why we put in terms of 2I minus 3J plus 7K and negative 2I plus 4J plus 3K. So kalau dia tak minta, that's fine. Ini tak akan dapat markah. Tapi sebabkan dia minta specifically express the position vectors, so you have to give it, so you will end up with 2 marks here. Okay, so that one 3B done. Now we can proceed with the 3C, I guess. 3C, yeah 3C. So yang ini kita tak bincang dalam video, so we can discuss now. Okay, 3C, which is we have to find the unit vector u in the direction of vector from A to B. So hence find the vector 6 unit long in that direction. Okay, so we do the first part, which is we need to find the unit vector u, that direction from A to B. Okay, so your u, I put like this. So it's gonna be equal to AB, daripada A ke B. Kalau dia cakap from B to A, it's gonna be the other way around, which is BA. Okay, so you have to put the arrow so that we know that the direction from A to B. So by column matrix, we know that yang belakang tolak depan, B3 negative 2, 5 minus negative 2, 0, 4. So it's gonna be 5 negative 2, 1. So we put in term of direction vector, position vector, 5i minus 2j plus k. Okay, so we solved that part already. Now we need to find the unit vector. It means you have to find the magnitude of this vector. So we're gonna have 5 square negative 2 square plus 1 square. So kita dapat berapa ni? Magnitude kamu?
30 square.
30 square?
Square root 30.
Okay, square root 30. Good. Okay, square root 30 done. So now kita nak cari unit vector. Unit vector is we have a hat here. So unit vector, position vector bahagi dengan magnitude. So we gonna have 5 minus 2j plus k. So we divide by the magnitude, which is square root of 30. So we put in term of ijk separately. So we be like this. Okay. Alright, so unit vector done. Now we have to find a vector 6 unit long. So let's say I'll let this one as a W. So let's say W to be 6 U hat. So we can have 6 times 5 over square root 30. So copy the whole thing back. So it means we're gonna have 30 over square root 30 I minus 12 over square root 30 j and then plus 6 over square root 30 k. Okay, so that's the final part, which is we have to find the vector that's 6 unit long in that direction. Okay, so next adalah okay. It's okay. Leave it this one first. Habis tadi lah.
Sudah, Miss.
Sudah? Okay. Alright, so the next one will be your attendance exercises for today. So you have to find ke yang ni? Oh no, this one kita dah buat masa Monday hari tu kan? Friday, yeah. Attendance exercise untuk Friday. So leave it here. And then, okay, 3B. From the Cartesian plane, we have P, Q, and S. So we have the origin here. So literally we have to find OP, OS, OQ. Okay, any idea for OP? Macam mana kita nak tulis untuk OP? It must be in position vector, which is in term of I, J, and K. So for OP, what should we write?
Negative 2i
Okay.
plus 6j
Okay.
plus k.
Okay. Alright. OQ. Oh, sorry. OS. Anyone else? Yang lain? OS?
4i
4I.
plus 2j
Okay. And then
negative 5k.
minus 5K. Good. Okay. Last one. OQ. Yang lain? OQ.
2i.
2i
2I.
plus minus 7j.
minus 7j. That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so we have it O, P, O, S, O, Q in term of I, J and K. So make sure yang ini basic. Ini paling penting mesti betul sebab you have consequence question. So kalau yang part A salah, automatically part B, C and D akan salah. Okay. Alright, so to find the SP. So we know that we should have yang belakang tolak yang depan. So we can use the column matrix which is OP adalah negatif 2, 6, 1. Tolak OS adalah 4, 2, negatif 5. Okay, so kita akan dapat negatif 6, 4 dan 6. So we put in term of direction position vector. So negative 6i plus 4j plus 6k. Okay, so that's SP. Now for PS, so kalau ini adalah SP, okay, so we be SP here. PS, ini direction dia. Soalan minta, oh yeah, sorry. We put SP here. Sekarang soalan minta the other way round. Macam ni. Okay, so magnitude will be the same but the direction is different. So yang ini boleh jadi positif, ini akan jadi negatif. So the way on how to solve PS is we're gonna have negative SP. Sebab kamu dah cari dah SP at the first place, so you just have to multiply with the negative sign. So we're gonna have 6i minus 4j minus 6k. Because we have different direction. So ini kita assume that adalah positive direction, ini kita assume sebagai negative direction. Okay. Alright, so that one part B done. So next adalah C which is finding the QS. So QS benda yang sama juga which is yang belakang tolak depan will be OS minus OQ. So OS kita adalah 4, 2, negative 5 minus 2, negative 7, 0. So what should we have it? This one is kita akan dapat 2 is the 9 here and then negative 5. So we put in position vector 2i plus 9j minus 5k. Okay, so we done finding the QS vector. For the magnitude QS, how to find it? Macam mana kita nak cari magnitude dia?
Square root
Square root
2 square
2 square plus,
9 square
okay,
plus 5 square.
5 square or negative 5 square?
Negative 5 square.
Okay, negative 5 square. Even though we know that it should be the positive value but we still need to put negative sebab kita tahu nilai dia untuk K exist adalah negative 5. Okay, so magnitude kamu dapat berapa? Square root of?
110.
110. Can be simplified? Boleh kecilkan lagi? Anyone? Yang ada calculator silver tu? Boleh kecilkan lagi tak? Square root 110.
Tak?
Tidak.
Tak boleh. Okay, so we just leave it like that. Kalau boleh kecilkan, kita akan kecilkan. So the easy way adalah pakai calculator silver tu lah. Kalau calculator hitam tu susah lah untuk kamu. Okay. Alright, so part D, we have to find the vector W that has 3 unit long in the direction of PS. So we have to find the W vector. Okay, PS kita tengok balik yang ini. So this is your PS. We copy the whole thing back, we put here. Okay, now kita mesti cari kamu punya magnitude PS dulu. So we're gonna have square root of 36, 16, 36. So square magnitude PS berapa? Square root of
88.
88. Can be simplified.
2
Yes.
square root
2
22.
square root 20.
2 square root 22. Okay, now we have it W to be equal to 3 PS. So I put hat here. So we're gonna have the PS hat adalah 6i minus 4j minus 6k over 2 square root 22. So simplify it first. So we're gonna have 3i minus 2j minus 3k. So the whole thing divided by square root 22. Okay, so we times with the 3 here. And then we end up your final answer, which is 9i over square root 22. We have it 6 over square root 22j and then 9 over square root 22k. Okay, that will be your vector W. Okay. Alright, so that will be the example 3B or exercise 3B, isn't it? Exercise 3B, yeah. Okay, so shall we proceed?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Alright, so the next one will be scalar product itself. So macam saya cakap tadi, scalar product is only magnitude, no IJK at the final part. So formula diberi, so this one only for given theta. Kita akan pakai sekiranya diberi theta. Dan theta mesti dalam degree. So calculator mesti dalam degree mode. Okay. Alright, so theta must be less than equal 180. It's not more than that. And then if we have it less than 90, so dia akan jadi greater than 0. It's positive value. Equal to 0, dia akan jadi when we have perpendicular. And then more than 90, dia akan jadi negative value. Okay. Alright, so kalau soalan tidak beri angle, the angle is not provided. So you have to use this pattern. So kita akan darabkan dua kolom. So darab I dengan I tambah darab J dengan J tambah darab K dengan K. So we can have A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. So jawapan akhir no more I, no more J, no more K. Okay. Alright, so we go through directly for the example 2A. So ini dia beri angle which is 112. So obviously it's more than 90. Kita tahu jawapan akhir mesti negative value. Okay. So we have to find the magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and then we put the angle so directly calculate akan dapat nilai. So magnitude of A and B cari dulu. So usually this one we carry 1 mark. Substitute into the formula 1 mark, final answer 1 mark. Okay, so kalau kamu tak buat yang magnitude ni dan tiba-tiba dekat bahagian masukkan nilai itu salah, the whole thing akan salah sampai habis. So lose 3 marks lah. Instead of kamu akan dapat 1 markah untuk magnitude, terus tak dapat apa-apa pun. Okay. Right, that one is the 2A by given the angle. For the 2B which is without angle, we just have to simplify by multiply 2 columns. So we change to be column matrix. So yang ini akan darab. Yang ini akan tambah, ini akan tambah. So we have it 0 times 1, 0. 3 times 2 will be 6. Negative 2 times negative 7 will be positive 14. So tambahkan antara satu sama lain, we end up with 20. So jawapan akhir no more I, J and K. Okay, and then this one, slightly correction here, which is we don't have any magnitude here. So we just have it, the multiplication between two vectors. So column matrix, 2, negative 1, 0, 3, 0, 4. So hati-hati dengan coordinate sebab yang diberi tak semestinya all I, J and K. It could be only 2 parts of the axis ataupun salah satu sahaja. Okay. So 2 darab 3, 6, 0, 0. So we end up the value will be 6 here. Okay. So that's how for the multiply two vectors ataupun scalar product without given the angle. Okay. So to see, given A and B, vector A and B, so we have to find 3A plus B dot A minus 2B. So first part, we have to find each bracket first. So by put into the column matrix, it's much more easier. And then we have it 3, negative 2, 7. So we're gonna have 3 plus 3 will be 6. Negative 15, negative 2 will be negative 17. Negative 9 plus 7 will be negative 2. So we put into position vector. Okay, so that's for the first bracket. The second bracket where we have it A minus 2B. So we've been 1, negative 5, negative 3, minus twice of B, which is 3, negative 2, 7. So it's going to be 1 minus 6 will be negative 5. Negative 5 plus 4 will be negative 1. Negative 3 minus 14 will be negative 17. Okay, so that's how we find for the position vector for each bracket. Now, in order to find the multiply between these two brackets, we can use the dot product ataupun column matrix multiplication as well. So we end up with negative 30 plus 17 plus 34. Berapa dapat?
21.
21.
Positive, negative?
Positive.
21.
Okay, positive 21. Okay, so that's for example 2C, done. Okay, and then what else? We have it exercise 2A ni kamu dah hantar, which is as in exercise attendance Friday. So the next one will be exercise 2B. Okay, ini buat dulu, dah buat dah? Dah buat ke belum yang ni?
Sudah, Miss.
Sudah? Okay, so untuk 2A minus 3B kamu dapat apa?
Negative 8i plus
Negative
9j
8I
plus
plus
9j minus k.
Okay, good. So B over 2 kita tahu dia adalah 2I minus 1 over 2J minus 3 over 2K. Okay, so to find these things, the dot product between two bracket. So it's gonna be negative 8, 9, negative 1. 2, negative half, negative 3 over 2. Okay, kita dapat berapa ni? Negative
Negative
16.
16 minus 9 over 2 plus 3 over 2.
Okay, so the final answer?
Negative 6.
Negative 19.
Okay, good. Alright, so that
Miss.
should be, yes?
Bukan ini ke attendance?
Yang ini ke?
Ya, Miss.
Oh, iya ke?
Ya, Miss.
Oh, yang ini attendance.
Ini
Okay, okay.
tiada.
Oh, yang ini tiada. Okay, okay. Alright. So this one attendance. Saya ingat yang ini attendance sebenarnya. Sorry, yang tadi attendance. Okay, it's okay. We already discussed, so should be no problem. Okay, so we back for the previous question. This one. Okay, so ini dia beri angle. So what should we do? Macam mana kita nak buat?
Magnitude A.
Magnitude A and B. Cari dulu.
Cari dulu. Okay, and then we substitute theta. Okay, good. So magnitude A, which is square root 9, 1 plus negative 7 square. Okay, cari berapa? Square root, magnitude A dapat berapa?
Square root
Square root.
50
Square root berapa?
59.
Berapa?
59.
59, okay. So we have it the magnitude A and B. Now A dot B will be equal to magnitude A. Magnitude B cos theta So square root 59 and then we times with the 3 here. So cos 13. Okay, jawapan akhir dapat calculator mode radian sorry mode degree bukan radian.
22.45 degree.
22.45 degree? We don't have degree here. Ini nilai bukan degree tau. Degree hanyalah untuk angle kamu. Okay, so ini nilai biasa. Macam length ke, kind of like that lah. Okay, 22.45 isn't it?
Oh, okay, Miss.
Okay. Alright, so 22.45 for exercise 2A. So 2B pun kita dah discuss. So yang ni tak apa, nanti saya check balik. Okay. Alright, 2C. We have a correction for part B. Okay, for 2C part A, we change to be the column matrix first. So column matrix kita tukar jadi apa ni? Okay. I minus J minus 4K. Kalau tukar kepada column matrix, dia akan jadi
1, -1, -4.
1, -1, -4. Good. Okay. And then the second column? Anyone else?
1, -2, 0.
1, -2, 0. Okay. So kita akan darabkan yang ini darab, ini tambah. Okay. So it's going to be 1 minus, -1, -2 will be +2. -4, 0 will be 0. So we end up with a +3. Okay. That's for the part A. Part B, get rid the modulus. We no need the modulus in this part. So we change to be column matrix. So 13i 4j minus k. So will be 13, 4, -1. And then for the I minus j, 6j, jadi apa?
1, -6, 0.
1, -6. And then?
0.
0. Okay. So we end up with 13 minus 24 plus 0. So final answer kita dapat berapa ni?
-11.
-11. Good. Okay. Alright. So that's for the exercise 2C. So far so good semua orang. Boleh follow?
Boleh, Miss.
Boleh, Miss.
Okay.
Boleh, Miss.
Alright. So we proceed with the next part, which is properties of scalar product. Okay. So the important things untuk scalar product punya properties adalah yang ini. Commutative. And then parallel and perpendicular. Okay, so usually untuk parallel, kita tak akan pakai scalar product. Tapi this one is just for sake untuk kalau dia minta specifically by scalar product, kamu kena follow yang ini. Tapi kalau dia tak ada mention apa-apa, parallel terus pakai vector product. Okay, so example 3A already discussed. So saya just nak highlightkan expansion between two bracket, make sure betul. Since we know that the scalar product can be commutative, so depan ke belakang pun dia tak ada masalah, dia akan jadi benda yang sama. Okay, so A dot B equal to B dot A, and for A dot A ataupun vector dot product dengan diri sendiri, dia akan jadi magnitude square. Okay, so we can simplify to be 2A dot B plus magnitude B square minus 2 magnitude A square minus A dot B. So yang ini boleh combine. So bila combine, dia akan jadi single A dot B. Okay. So macam mana nak expand ni, kamu kena tahu sebab kadang-kadang soalan minta simplify. So bila simplify, somehow dia ada bagi nilai. So daripada situ kena masukkan nilai ke dalam apa yang kamu simplify. So kalau salah simplify, habis. Kamu tak boleh nak proceed to the next part. Okay. Alright, so then one part A done. Part B, the same thing, which is we encounter with the scalar ataupun distributive properties. Darab masuk vektor ke dalam bracket. We have it the same item, which is CB dan juga BC, the same item. So dia boleh jadi commutative. So boleh simplify. So we end up with A dot C plus B dot C plus 2A dot B. So mana yang tak ada kaitan, yang tak boleh simplify, we just leave it like that. Okay. Alright, so that one example 3A done. Now we proceed with the 3B. Okay, 3B dia mention, okay, ini yang macam saya cakap awal-awal tadi. By given the properties, A is perpendicular to B, you have to find the unknown. So kalau kamu tak tahu apa nak buat dengan properties A perpendicular to B, it means kamu tak boleh buat apa-apa pun. You have nothing to do. Kamu tak boleh nak proceed pun nak jawab soalan. So you have to remember whenever we have A perpendicular to B, it means we have these properties, which is A dot B equal to 0. So dot product antara dua vektor ini, so by column matrix, and then we simplify, we end up with T equal to negative 5 over 6. Okay, so kalau dia kata parallel, it means we use A cross B equal to 0. Okay, alright, so that one 3B. Now we proceed with the 3C, which is the position vectors for A, B and C given. And we have to find lambda magnitude, which is alpha, by given OC is parallel to BA. Okay, the easiest way for solving this one is by using the vector product. But since this question in the scalar product part, so you have to use the scalar product properties. Okay, so we're gonna have to find the OC and BA first. Okay, OC tak ada masalah. OC directly we know that will be this one. So ini adalah OC kamu. Okay. For BA, macam mana kita nak cari BA? How to find the BA?
OA minus OB.
Okay, OA minus OB. So it's gonna be OA adalah 3, 4, negative 5. And then OB adalah 5, negative 3, 6. So simplify, what should we do? Kita akan dapat berapa ni? BA. Anyone?
Negative 2, 7, negative 11.
Negative 2.
7,
So negative 2, 7. And then? Okay, negative 11. So we put in term of
negative 11.
direction vector, position vector, which is negative 2i plus 7j minus 11k. Okay. And then we have it, the OC, this one. Okay. So by properties, kita tahu kalau dia kata OC is a parallel to BA by scalar product properties, it means we gonna have OC dot BA must be equal to magnitude OC times magnitude BA. Okay, so you have to compare these two parts in order to find the alpha. So kita akan selesaikan dulu sebelah kiri, baru kita cari magnitude for each one, multiply, baru kita akan combine dekat sebelah sini. Okay, so we find the OC dot BA. So we gonna have OC adalah it's alpha, 5 minus alpha, alpha minus 9. Times with the BA adalah negative 2, 7, negative 11. So simplify, kita akan dapat negative 2 alpha plus 35 minus 7 alpha minus 11 alpha plus 99. Okay, so simplify dapat berapa ni? Alpha dapat berapa?
Negative 20.
Negative now, negative 20. Negative 2 minus 7 minus 11. So we get negative 20 alpha. Constant dapat berapa?
134.
127.
130.
27.
Kira balik 35 tambah 99.
134.
Okay, 134. Good. Alright, so we done the left hand side. The right hand side kita nak cari magnitude dulu. Okay, so magnitude BA. Magnitude BA adalah square root of negative 2 square plus 7 square plus negative 11 square. Okay, dapat berapa ni magnitude BA? Magnitude BA.
Square root 174.
Square root 174. Okay. For magnitude OC, it's gonna be alpha square 5 minus alpha square plus alpha minus 9 square. Okay. So just leave it like that. Sebab kita tak nak complex dulu. Okay. And then we put these two parts. So kita akan masukkan semua sekali ke dalam formula yang ini. Okay, so left hand side kita akan dapat negative 20 alpha plus 134. Sebelah kanan dia adalah square root 174 times square root of alpha square 5 minus alpha square plus alpha minus 9 square. Okay. Sebelah kiri tak ada masalah, but now sebelah kanan. Kita akan combine. So I leave it the square root set 174 dulu. So I make it as a whole square root. So dekat sini alpha square 25 minus 10 alpha plus alpha square. Alpha square minus should be 18 alpha plus 81. Okay, dalam bracket ni ada apa-apa yang boleh simplify tak? Dia jadi apa? Alpha square kita ada 3 kali. 3 alpha square. Single alpha. Dapat berapa single alpha?
Negative 28.
Okay, negative 28 alpha. And then the constant?
106.
106. Good. Okay. So sebelah kiri kita salin balik lah. Okay. So at this moment, I would like to get rid the square root. So untuk get rid square root, we have to square both sides. Okay. So sebelah kanan, dia akan jadi 522 alpha square by bring in 174 into the 3. And then we're gonna have 4872 alpha plus 18444. Okay. Jangan takut dengan nilai yang besar. It doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. On the right hand side, we're gonna have 400 alpha square. And then the middle part, we have negative 5360 alpha. And then 134 square, we're gonna have 17956. Okay, so now kita nak simplify to make it everything to one side by making the alpha square as a subject. Alpha square as a positive alpha square. So we end up with 122 alpha square. And then we're gonna have 10232 alpha. And then we have it here 488. Okay. Okay, sampai sini clear? Macam mana kita boleh dapat yang ini?
Clear, miss.
Okay, so before we factorize, kita try dulu boleh tak bahagikan dengan 122? Boleh tak bahagi? Kalau bahagi dapat apa? Can we factorize the 1 to 2?
5.
5?
Cannot, jadi perpuluhan.
Jadi perpuluhan. Kejap ke saya ada salah kira.
Miss, yang single
Mana?
alpha tu bukan 488 ke Miss?
Single
Single
alpha
alpha.
488. Yang dekat mana ni? Dekat
Yang time pindah tu.
yang single alpha. Is it this one? This one? 488
Ya Miss.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so kalau yang ini, kita akan dapat alpha square plus, dapat bagi kan?
4 alpha.
Boleh. For
4
alpha.
alpha and then plus 4. Okay. So factorize dapat dapat tak alpha?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So it means alpha plus 2 square equal to 0. So your alpha should be negative 2. Okay? Tadi kita silap dekat sini. Saya silap dekat sini kan? Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, so far clear?
Ya Miss.
Clear.
Okay, dah habis salin dah?
Dah, Miss.